Hello everybody, welcome back to another Mortal Jellyfish video. Today's video we're going to try and teach you guys how to get the two-door map badges by yourself in case you don't have any friends and the randoms are just messing you up. Why I'm mentioning that is because maybe you've seen this Discord announcement right here. I don't know if this came from Twitter or whatnot, but the map badges are going to be getting removed. With this said, for the next few days I'm going to post a video on how to solo every two-door map. My Badlands one is already posted. So if you want to get these badges, stay tuned and perhaps subscribe to the channel. But on that note, let's get into soloing Winter Stronghold so you guys can know how to get this done yourselves, by yourselves. Biggest unit you're going to need is Mortar, so level 75 unit. This may upset some of you, but I mean, you're soloing a two-door map. I try to keep requirements low, but sometimes that's just not exactly quite possible, in my opinion. I mean, we might be able to cut Mortar out of this. You're more than welcome to try things, but I like to run Outlaw Mortar with DJ to give a max range to cover the whole map and just give a consistent control over the map. With that said, we're going to put our first cowboy by this tree here. You could probably start somewhere over here if you wanted to as well. Just skip that first wave, get your first cowboy down before they start taking your lives. It doesn't hurt to do so. So that'll be your first 4 lives lost there. Now, this may vary just a teeny tiny bit for you with the Cowboys and their money generation. If you've ever watched one of my videos before, you'll know that I always talk about that sometimes the Cowboys generate more money and sometimes they generate less. So you just kind of got to see what you get in money-wise. Typically, it's not going to hurt too bad either way as long as you get a decent bit. I don't think it typically ever leads to a loss. Now we're going to try and do our best to mirror that cowboy, but on this side once we get $650 here. So just keep skipping rounds and letting that cowboy clear what he can. Last time I ran this I only lost 17 lives, so not too bad. You could possibly lose more, could possibly lose less. You never really know, you just gotta shoot for it and go. Now I'm going to drop this cowboy right here, kind of same spot. I'll clean this one up, and then now this will start cleaning this side as well. After this, wait till the start of wave 7, and then move into mortars, much like the Badlands video I did before. These guys can solo wave 5 and 6. There's no reason to upgrade them, no reason to place a mortar early. That'll just ruin the income plus the money saved for mortars. So just hold out these 2 waves, you guys will be alright. You can skip them too if you'd like. It's not going to affect it either way. So as you can see, we're coming up on about $800 right now if we don't get any more procs here. That means we have 2 mortars. We have 2 mortars right now. We may have 3 by the end of this round. Just kind of depends what exactly comes in. You can see we're at 221 lives, so we still haven't lost a whole lot of lives. We're still feeling pretty good. I think that's, what, 16 lives? Not bad at all. Now, like I said, don't touch wave 6. Just sit tight. I know you got that money and you're eager to spend it, just wait. Maybe even hold off on the skip, just to give yourself a little bit of time for placement here. We'll go ahead and wait. Also, that way you're not waiting for these cowboys to get these down and stuff, and before you place your mortar, and then the heavy's already moving. Now what I do here is I like to focus this side of the castle when I build, so we'll start here in this little corner, and we'll go 1, and then we'll go... you can clip this one sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. No, we didn't get the stack. Alright, well, then just place your 3rd mortar. Now you can see we got 3 up. You may have 2 right here. Last run I actually had 2, so this may actually be a better run than my previous trial of this map. Either way is fine, really. It just comes down to what you're going for exactly, to be honest. Well, it doesn't really come down to what you want. I mean, it comes down to whether your cowboys are generating you enough money or not. Now, since I didn't get the stack here like I did last time I got a stack to work here, and I don't want to sell my troops, we're going to have to use a little extra room for the mortars. That's fine. I actually should have put this here instead of up here because now we can't build here. I may sell that and fix that. Just remember to put this, if you don't get the stack here, put this guy here before you put him up here. This is going to hurt me. It doesn't have to hurt you guys. I'm actually going to sell him right now and just suffer the consequences of my trash can. And there we go. Okay, much better. There we are. Alright, so at this point you should have about 5 mortars. Go ahead and grab burst upgrades on these guys if you'd like. Let's give them a little more range, plus prepare you for wave 13 with that stealth detection. Go ahead and place a 2nd cowboy off to either side of him. It doesn't really matter at this point. It's just for a little extra money generation. You can continue skipping rounds here. We're going to mirror that cowboy placement over here. It doesn't matter which side you start with. You could probably start with either side and be fine. Just make sure you're mirroring it with the other side. That way you have cowboys playing both sides. And this placement's really strong because it's going to watch this lane first, but in case anything gets past, it's also watching it on the back side. So now we're going to go into our third cowboy placement. We're going to get third one here. You should have about 6 cowboys up with stealth detection coming into wave 13-ish. And so we'll get a third cowboy right here. And we're just going to grab stealth detection on that one. We'll grab it over here. Now, you'll see I didn't exactly mirror here. It doesn't matter. As long as you're getting them all done in this general point, you'll be fine. We're just waiting on one more upgrade here to come through for us. Of course, we got to make a little more cowboy money for that to go happen. All right, that's done. So now we're pretty much good till about wave 13 if we want to save or whatnot. Personally, I'm going to take this extra economy that we have going here, and I'm going to drop a DJ right in here if I can get it. Alright, you can see that my DJ is here. It's now boosting everybody's range by 10% that's there. I'm going to go ahead and take the 300 and 800, grab 2 upgrades on the DJ. That's just going to allow more expansion here for room for other stuff to be placed. These normal bosses get a little bit nasty here, so just watch them. We'll skip this wave. I'm going to place an outlaw. This may get a little bit fast-paced here, so just try and keep up because things get in the heat of the moment here for a little bit. So this outlaw helped take that out. I mean, you may have gotten by without it, but it's helpful, so get your way into an outlaw if you can here. Try to keep everything in the DJ's range. You don't have to rush DJ upgrades, but place until, of course, you're about to go out of his range. You don't want to place out of the DJ's range, though. So play to your DJ's range. It's going to be helpful to you. Trust me on that one. You can kind of skip some of these, play it slow. I think both ways are fine personally. And you can see that we got 2 outlaws going here. I'm going to place a third one up here. These cowboys will not cowboys. These outlaws will probably focus this side first, which can be helpful, or they'll focus this side. It's kind of dependent. Just make sure you're getting as many outlaws down at this point as you can. As you can see, we're really relying on these outlaws to pick these bosses up and help with some of the stealth because we're not upgrading our cowboys here. We're going to skip into the next round here. Skip as long as you're comfortable. Try not to run yourself into death. That's all I can say. Now what we're going to go ahead and do is now that I got 4 outlaws and stuff and we got that range increase, go ahead and get 1 upgrade on all your outlaws here if you can. Or just keep rushing outlaws. I like to get the extra range because you already have a 15% boost from DJ. So having this extra 5 range plus that extra 15% on that is just going to give you a huge chunk of range. That's going to make your outlaws more useful for more time period. Next up, we're going to cram in a commander down here. Hopefully this should reach all your guys. Well, we won't be able to know that until we upgrade them. You want to get at least that first 2 upgrades. This is going to give them 15% attack rate. You can see it didn't hit that back mortar, but that's fine. It's just one guy. We're not too worried about it. His buff should still get to him. At this rate, you're looking pretty good. Looking pretty solid right now for the first part of this. You just got to really hold in there. And yeah, the first part gets a little scary, but beyond that, it's a pretty smooth coast, I like to believe. It was for the previous run, and so far it's been this run. So if I can do it, you can do it. I believe in you. As long as you got the same units, copy my placements, or at least similar to my placements, you should be a-okay. So I moved into another outlaw here and I upgraded it to level 1. Just expanding my outlaw army. I mean, nothing else to that. I wouldn't recommend paying for any upgrades on anything here until you get at least the 10% discount though. Which we're kind of saving for right now. We're just still placing our outlaws. I go 10 outlaws before I get that upgrade on this map. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to place another outlaw up here. We'll get 1 first upgrade. First upgrade's not too bad. You can afford that on outlaws for like $550. It's not bad. So you're looking at $2,550 for each outlaw placement basically as of right now with the thing. We got 6 outlaws, so we got 4 more to go. Not too shabby. If you're really worried about making extra money, you can always throw 1 cowboy here and 1 cowboy there. This acts as an interception point, which I'm going to do now because I just want to show you that since I mentioned it. Just go ahead and place 1 in between in this area so it watches both lanes, and then throw 1 over here so it watches both lanes. And then here I'm actually going to grab this commander upgrade if I can, and I'm going to pop this. This is going to help these just get all this stuff down. As you can see, it's building up on both sides. These mysteries seem to have popped a decent amount of bosses. You could have got that upgrade sooner if you felt like you needed to. That way you're not running it risky like me. I like it to be a little risky sometimes. Mainly because I spent my money into these cowboys. But I just wanted to show you what I meant, that you could like get some extra income by putting a cowboy up a little farther. Because now you're competing with your outlaws here. For that economy. So yeah, this is just going to help that a little bit if you want to continue making a few extra dollars on the side with your outlaws. I'm going to grab another outlaw. I'm just going to place it right here. We're now up to 8, so we need 2 more. Did I upgrade this guy? No. Let me grab his upgrade, sorry. And then go ahead and put 1 here, or honestly it doesn't really matter with the outlaws. Sometimes they stack all through here. You can even go over here a little bit, but you got like all these different tiers here really. There's no real specific placement you need as long as you can get them all down. We need 1 more outlaw and then we're good, so we'll just put them up here because we're not worried about any more outlaws after this. With that outlaw placed and our commander at the level he is, so we have called arms, I'm feeling pretty safe to save up and go ahead and buy this 10% discount upgrade for the DJ, plus the additional 2 range, which not really useful. Everybody else that we care about's already in his range. This is mainly for the cliff units and maybe commander upgrades. It doesn't really matter. With 10 outlaws, we're still feeling pretty safe. I'm going to start skipping some waves here just to carry things a little bit faster on. Also, like I said, we're feeling pretty safe, so I'm not too worried about it. This is going to give a 15 to 25% range increase, so a 10% more range. Just more useful for this. I mean, like, now you can see that they're pretty much able to cover just about anything. Now, we're going to kind of gauge on how well we're doing in the wave versus whether we should upgrade more outlaws, upgrade the cowboys, or upgrade DJ to his final upgrade. Personally here, I'm not feeling in danger, but I want a little extra economy, so I'm going to upgrade this cowboy to his rank 4, just so he'll start farming a little extra money. Don't go to rank 5, there's no reason for it. It makes less money. It does more damage, but it makes less money, so just keep him at level 4. And now you're starting to see a pattern here, because we put all of our stuff on this side of the castle. It's clearing this side first, and then this stuff comes in range, and it starts to focus this down. So this side's going to make it further. That's fine. Because this side's focused down, so when it comes down to it, they're all just going to turn over here and kill this stuff anyways, so you don't got to worry too much about that. And I'm going to go ahead and get this cowboy level 4, you can see, so that way we have just that much more economy. You can get these 6 cowboys up too, somewhere in this part too, if you'd like. Personally, I'm going to just focus on a ranged unit and then get cowboys last, since I went ahead on the other sides and got these guys level 4. Oh, our first problem, a slow boss. Alright, so the slow bosses are going to be pretty tanky to take out, and I did skip the wave too, just to continue speeding things up. Because these guys are up, I'm not 100% feeling safe about getting everything down, especially since I skipped, so we're going to move into outlaw upgrades. We did have the 10% discount, which I'm fine with taking these first upgrades for $3,150 a piece. These are just going to upgrade the range and give you 30 more damage, which is pretty decent. Plus, the 5 range is not really 5 range if you watch when we get an upgrade because of our range increase. It's actually a lot bigger than that. So you see that's a huge gain in range, so we feel a lot safer. Plus now we got a lot more damage coming out. You can go ahead and get this on a few, or you could do all of them. Personally, I'm not feeling like we're hurting anymore right now, and if we are, I could always just pop called arms, and that's just going to help clean things up that much quicker. So as you can see, they're cleaning up everything. We can just, I'm comfortable to skip into the next round here. I'm pretty sure it's going down, and then I'm going to save up the last, we're like $1,000 off, which I'm just gonna go ahead and save that extra 1,000 right now, so we can get the DJ upgrade to level 5 and start getting that 20% discount. Once that's done, it's all just about ramping into more upgrades. So now that that's done, like I said, it's all just upgrades from here on out. You could go outlaw or you could go mortars here. Personally, I like to get all my outlaws level 2, which is 2,800 a piece now, which is pretty good price. Yeah, so 2,800 an upgrade. I typically get all my outlaws to at least level 2, so we're gonna go for all these upgrades first, and then I'll work with the mortars afterwards. The mortars are more of an early cover, and then they come in for the late game splash damage. So yeah, should be good there. So we're just cruising along here, grabbing these upgrades. We'll probably start skipping more rounds now because we're super comfortable with how strong we are. We're holding what we need to very easily. Plus, we're in an easy ramp stage. We got Cowboys generating money. We got the DJ 20% discount. So we're pretty much just ramping ahead of the waves at this point anyways. which makes them easy for skipping and speeding things up. I'm just gonna keep upgrading. I think I got what, two more outlaws to upgrade right here, and then we're good. All right, we got him, and then after this, I max mortars. That just gives them the biggest range increase. It gives them all their range increases. The last upgrade, and I believe like level 3 are both range increases for them. And that's just useful because, of course, then they start tagging this side and they start tagging the other side once you get them max. So that's what we're gonna go for next. As the outlaws and the cowboys will cover anything else that comes our way as of right now. And then, of course, if these guys can start helping. Now, when I do upgrade these, I don't go straight to level 5. I'm going to do each of them at level 3 because now you can see he's going to start participating in the help here. So I want each of them to start being able to help out. They're already kind of helping with the DJ's range increase, but this is just going to help them help even more. So get each of them to level 3 first in my recommendation. You could probably take one straight to max if you'd like to do that instead as well. The upgrades are cheap now. We're going to skip into the next round. We're super confident with how strong we are right now. Like I said, between the ramp and the DJ's discounts, nothing should be scary about these later waves. You should be so far ahead of them in power. Your towers should outscale the zombies' power so much more by now, with the discounts plus the free economy you've been gaining. Yep. So that's donezo. We'll skip the next round. I'm feeling pretty good. We'll go ahead and pop this just in case, you know, just to keep ourselves safe here. You're looking at 5,000 here plus another 10,000. So I'm just weird. I don't know why. I do it with my outlaws too. I just like to wait for so I can do both. I don't know why. I just do it. I like to wait till I have like 15,000, and then I upgrade them. Just like his upgrade is 6, and the next one's 8,400. I'm gonna wait till I have that like 15,000 before I upgrade. It's something I do. You don't have to do it. Upgrade them as you get them. There's no reason for it. It's just something I do. I don't know why it just bothers me if I don't upgrade it like that. Something wrong in my own head, I guess. Something I should figure out. And so we'll grab both those. We got 3 more mortars to go here, and then we'll be good. You could also max this guy at some point too if you'd like to get like a static 20% buff or static 25% buff. So this will give everybody a static 25% fire rate increase. Now you can see the lightning bolt here at 25%, and now our outlaws are shooting at every 1.5. That's just going to make things just that much faster. And if you're really worried about this last mortar not grabbing his buff, his range now reaches here, so you should be able to, I'm pretty sure. I'll just test it, I'm not 100% sure, but just to show you, I think. Alright, see, now he's got the commander's buff. I mean, I probably shouldn't waste money upgrading him firsthand, but now he's got the extra buffs there too. So, I mean, if you really want all of them to have the buff and the commander for whatever reason didn't hit all of them just right, just sell it and replace it. You'll be alright. There's no real reason to activate your commander unless you're trying to cruise through these faster, or I don't know. You're pretty much safe with this, with the static buff on everything, plus everything's just power. I mean, you don't really have to play your commander's call to arm. If you want to, you're more than welcome to. I'm just trying to keep it simple here, so you can just focus on your upgrades and things like that. If you really want to try hard, this you probably could do a little bit better, but this is just to keep things simple and easy. Oh man, I didn't wait until enough money. There we go. Yeah, I could be happy now. Alright, so now that our mortars are done, we're gonna go back into the outlaws. And we're gonna do all level 4 outlaws before we go to level 5. I hate this fire rate increase. That's why I feel like I wait, so that way they have the big damage for the slower fire rate. Alright, so we're going to get them to level 4. He's good. And we're just going to work our way up through all of them and level 4 them all. And then we'll level 5 them all. And by then, we should be done with the game pretty much, with that being the end of our line here. And as you can see, the outlaws are just cleaning up both sides, so no big deal here. I'll try and keep the camera zoomed out here for you. Just so you can kind of see the work of the outlaws and the mortars and how it works out here. In case I don't know if you're curious about it, but maybe you just want to follow it, do it, and get it done. Or maybe you're curious about why I pick the troops I do. And it's mainly for this reason. As you can see, they go back and forth, just keeping both lanes clear. It really, I don't really think there's just some that's nicer than this. It just makes it simple. And we're going. I mean, wave 35. Continue upgrading your outlaws. Your money may be a little bit different than where mine is at this point. It happens. Just try to keep along where I am, and you'll be alright. And I skipped the wave, and there's still a lot of stuff up, so I'm going to go ahead and call to arms here, but that's just because I'm skipping everything. You don't have to skip as much as I am. I'm just trying to speed things up like always for the videos. Even though these videos still come out very long to make a step-to-step guide on how to do an entire map, I think they're worth watching, though. Maybe. I feel like they give a way better description of what you should be doing to win the map. And as you can see, we were fine skipping, too. Like, it didn't really hurt us, and I think it looks like all my guys are good. Yep, they all have their like headband thing, which I believe this is railgun skin. You can kind of easily tell when they're the level you want them to be. It's pretty obvious. Becomes super obvious. And just now we're gonna go back through them and get them all level 5. You probably could have did them level 5 first off, but I have my own way how I do things for whatever reason. I'm a little bit different with things. Feel free to change this up a little bit if you need to or want to for yourself. That's perfectly fine with me. And we'll go there. I think we got 5 more to go. That's $100,000 more dollars. So with $100,000 more on the way, we will max out our outlaws, and everything else is maxed out. You can maybe place some more commanders if you'd like at the end game. You don't have to, but maybe they'll help with clearing things. Now there's one downfall to having all your mortars and outlaws stacked here, and you'll see that when we get the boss here. It doesn't cause a loss, but I feel like if you split them up, you might be able to get things done a little bit faster, but that'd be a little awkward with the DJ buffs and the commander buffs and stuff. So even after the first run going well for me, I just decided to keep the same style of build, just because it didn't cause a loss. It just, maybe you could get it done faster. I don't really know if you could or not. It was something I noticed, and you could probably change it up if you wanted. So now that we're done with them, I'm just gonna go ahead and go into these cowboy upgrades. I don't even know if these become useful in the later rounds. We're going into wave 40 now, so we're just about out of here. And you can see I skipped into that wave as well while wave 39 mobs were up. That's just mainly because we're not worried about what's to come. We're fine with what's coming. I mean, it is what it is. We're just gonna go ahead and drop this buff here, just so our outlaws will get more work done sooner and get working on that boss. I think you could probably make it through all of this without ever popping a commander buff if you really wanted to be that lazy with it. But I go ahead and pop it here when I can. Now we're gonna get an example here soon. It'll probably be this boss. Oh no, here it goes. All right, you'll see what they do. With all this stacked here, they like seem to always throw a fireball at the outlaw group. Maybe if you place some more cowboys or something, it would deter this. This one went to the cowboys, which is good. Last round, it was him who threw all the fireballs. Now it's this guy back here. For whatever reason, he's doing his own thing back there. And you can see they're kind of going back and forth, which doesn't really matter too much. At some point, they'll just start focusing this boss 100%, and they'll get him down. And you can see another fireball right into the outlaws. You know, just to test this, I'm going to just throw a bunch of cowboys out just to see if they stop. I only ran this a few times, so I didn't really test it enough times to be 100% sure, but I kind of feel it's related to that. I have such a pile of guys up there that it's just a chance that he throws it up there, and because there's so many of them up there, it's just taking that super high chance of throwing them up there. And I'm going to pop another commander buff. This guy's almost gone. That one's almost gone. We're good here. And first molten boss gone? First molten boss gone. Alright. With him down, there's just one to kill, and now everything will focus up and just burn him. So it's going to be a lot better for you here now. The second boss goes down a lot quicker. With that said, congrats on your winner Stronghold badge. And tune in tomorrow for another two-door map guide. That way you can get as many of these two-door map badges as you like, or implement this same build on the map. Just be strategic with your playstyle and really think about it, and I think you could probably get all of them done with the same build on your own without another video. But if you need the videos, I'm going to try to get them out as soon as possible. Hopefully before that update comes out, so you guys can all get a chance. On that note, have a good rest of your day, morning, afternoon, night. 24 minutes. That's pretty good. 24 minutes for a 2-door map. Solo? Not bad. On that note, have a good rest of your morning, night, day. You guys view from all over the world. On that note, I will catch you guys in the next video or maybe a future live stream. I don't know when. On that note, peace out, take care, and I will see you guys.